to get away with it all. She left the group as an attempt on hiding it. Her reason for being in the group was to expand her portfolio, yet she has declined to give any proof of her portfolio or even games she has worked on. The group in the second screenshot only has 98 members, and the game is a horribly made cash grab. Kitty would respond to the allegations in a poor attempt at defending herself reading, and I'm not sure how any of this means that the tweets are directed at me. I was just getting some portfolio work and I got completely defamed, avoiding any accountability and providing zero proof. In the document exposing Kaiser, graveyards would be perfectly reading. They love to use the word defame. You are not an A-list celebrity or real-world important figure. You're a liar that throws rocks and tries to save face when you're cool now. That is all you are and ever will be. After all of this unfolded on Twitter, Kitty would be confronted in private about the situation. She would go on to admit that her profile was modded and would also prove that the group they were talking about in the tweet was the one that she was in. However, couldn't show any evidence for anything she did that was significant to Playboy. She would also reply to the call-out tweet of her, continuing to lie about everything, stating, "I am innocent and I have sent all relevant info to Playboy, including my personal information, which I was trying to send to you. Playboy, I have cleared my name and can back up that I am completely innocent. You are not willing to see any personal evidence that contradicts your claim." Which is very funny, she talks like this, but when it comes to being confronted, shows nothing to prove her innocence and instead just puts the blame on Playboy and claims that they know she is innocent, so that means it's true. Which, let me add, is a very stupid thing to say when responding to being called out, and only shows that you are trying to avoid the situation. The original poster of the tweet would reply to Kitty reading, "After I posted those tweets, people replied with a lot of evidence proving you or your friend bought these followers and the rank itself, with Kitty throwing Kaiser under the bus writing, 'My friend may have, but on God it has nothing to do with me. None of those screenshots provided have anything to do with me and are another person ranked in the group.'"
Are you
This
kidding me,
would
bro?
all ultimately lead to the original poster making
Are you kidding me?
that read, "Yes,
Full damage.
you are on a bots following list specifically
Full
using
damage.
verified marks. The guy behind these bots has directly stated that your followers
Kan
group
na full
will
damage
stop
ko.
playing innocent. However, with this series of tweets, it not only proves that he
Minutes.
had his followers and bought a checkmark, but it also proved that Kitty was guilty too, and showed everyone in the community how far she's willing to go to cover up her tracks. However, what we have talked about so far doesn't even compare to what will be exposed next. Like I said earlier, Kaiser has a history of scamming not just random people in his fan base, but also his own friends, with the document stating, "Kaiser ain't as rich as he fooled you all to think he is. Every limited down to his young face has been stolen, traded for, and stolen again. Scam number one, poison horns. Victim username, Bella Merle. The agreement was that Kaiser would buy her poison horns for $1,400 and she was going to buy his frozen horns for a similar price. The deal was that she sent $1,440 through PayPal and the remaining $100 through Cash App. And with Kaiser's large following and prominence within the Roblox community, she trusted him and would go first in the trade, sending Kaiser $1,440 through her PayPal and $100 through her Cash App. Then the trade would proceed. She would hand Kaiser the poison horns as well as a blue queen of the night. She would also throw in some faces, specifically killers in beast mode and beast mode, as well as more small limiteds. However, after Bella had traded these items off to him, she would be left ghosted. He would avoid sending anything to her, and his excuse for not paying at the time was that the money was pending, and he would keep using this excuse until he...
Saan kaya ako lalapit para umiyak? Alam mo, nakita ko dun sa co-guardian angel ko. Nakautang daw yung alaga niya dun sa tala. Pinagkakatiwalaan daw yan ng over 10 million. Swear, ay? Ano makinig dyan? Share mo na yung tala kasi balita ko, depende yung galing. Yung nag-grant nila sa kasusi, dito sa Pilipinas.
Maraming cheche boreche.
Uy, hindi One valid ID lang at isang Android phone ang kailangan, pwede ka nang makaharap up to 25,000 pesos. Ito na ang yung sign to download Tala on Google Play Store. routine, but daily damage strips it away. Dove Peptide Bond Repair with Bioprotein Care and Peptide Complex reconstructs up to 90% of hair bond strength. For hair reborn 20 times stronger. New Dove.
Though he eventually blocked her on Discord, leaving victim Bella without any money or item, and Kaiser with an extra $1,500 and some really expensive limiteds. Which takes us onto scam number 2. Once again, this was another set of horns, but more specifically, fiery horns. Victim username, Civful. However, what makes this scam even more shameless is that Civ and Kaiser were friends prior to this and had been talking to each other for over a year. The agreement was that Kaiser would buy Civ's fiery horns for around $1,800. In the conversations that took place over Discord, we can see Civful literally state, I mean, I trust you, been knowing you for a while. However, this meant nothing to Kaiser, and if anything would make it easier for him to pull this off. With Kaiser changing the agreement last minute and stating, I'm in a call with my homie right now.
No,
He said
bro.
he would use the excuse that his IRL friend had logged into his account and scammed Civ, and would even create a fake Instagram conversation.
Bro, I need to. Oh my gosh, this guy's bro. Yep, I'm just wait, guys. I'm just gonna post the game in a second because I'm just gonna turn off the notification thingy or whatever. There's that option called. So when I'm done climbing this hill, are you kidding me? Wait.
Acting like he is on
Yes.
Civ's side, but won't help in the slightest when asked about his item.
Okay.
Somehow convincing the victim that it was actually his scammed him. I mean, you could blame the victim here for Kaiser, as they had been friends for a decent time. So why on earth would he do something like this? With a screenshot proving that the trade happened with Kaiser's current Roblox account, it couldn't have possibly been his friend, considering Kaiser had been in game 10 minutes.
No!
The victim
Wala na ako kipis. Bro, this po. Okay, bro. Oh! Ha?
Dito, call.
which is the most insane.
Eh, bali, doon na, kay,
Ambi na, be. Ano ka pag doon ang cellphone?
pinanapaluan na, kuto.
Ambi!
Kuto, nag-ipon.
Ayun.
Wala na, tanan.
Gigustat!
Ambi na. Bahala gustat. Ambi.
Ay, nana.
Ambi. Ano yung mga kulitahon?
Ay, napagunitag, silpon, ay, napagamita.